Valentine's Day is a day of love, a day of showing people just how much we care about them, of reminding others that they are loved. But we sometimes forget that we ourselves can be worthy of love, even when through some unfortunate series of events, we've begun to forget how to love ourselves. That is a complicated psychological mess that I do not begin to pretend to understand. But I felt that in an attempt to further my own quest to heal myself and to move forward with my life, that this might be a good way to take a step in the right direction. So I'm making this video for you, Jack, to remind you to love yourself. Because I know that even though you have friends and loved ones who have told you so many times that you are worthy, that your type 1 diabetes isn't your fault, but the fact that you haven't been able to find the right stride to be able to move on with your life as a diabetic, just because you have not been able to succeed in that in the same way that other people have, people who've even gone on to climb mountains, to compete in the Olympics, people who have completed amazing achievements. Just because you have not yet done that does not make you any less worthy or any less special. Those people are being viewed from the end of that chapter of their lives. They got through the initial stage of a problem occurring, they fought it out, they rose above it, and that was their triumphant moment. But that was all that you saw. That was all that you got to witness, was that triumphant moment. And your struggles might not be very different from theirs. For just as you do not know their struggles, they do not know yours. There is not a reason to think that just because, call it depression, guilt, or grief, there's no reason for that to create this negative voice that when others tell you that you are worthy, whispers in your ear, I know you better and you are not. It is your fault. You are a failure. Well, you may believe that that voice is more trustworthy because it speaks using your own thoughts. So, if the voices of the loved ones in your life have trouble reaching you, that's why I'm speaking to you now. Your voice, your smile, telling you you're an amazing friend. Reach out and help the people that you care about, even when you're hurting. And if a friend was going through what you were going through, you would not hesitate for an instant. You would instantly tell them not to blame themselves, to be so hard on themselves, and tell them that it's okay to love themselves. All should love ourselves. It's not the sign of an overactive ego. It's not hubris or arrogance. Loving ourselves is simply having the confidence, having pride, to know that while we are not perfect, we are also not broken or wrong. We're all worthy of love, Jack. And the love that you are most deserving of is your own. So much love around you. All I'm asking is that you try, no, not try. You know what Yoda says about try. All I'm asking is that for a moment you cease believing that voice that says that you are a failure, that you are not good enough, and listen to these other voices. Hear both sides of the story. Weigh them against one another. Do not believe that voice within manifestation of depression. Everyone has a different struggle with diabetes. For some it may be easier. It may be that it is easy for none, but that some people are better at hiding it, or better at rising and fighting it head on. And others need to take a different path to weave their way through it. You were just a child when it struck you. How can you hold yourself accountable for not being able to tackle something that was so incomprehensible to you? I know that when you lie there in bed at night, all the things that you should have done and could have done, all the would haves, all these things past and future tense, all these thoughts assail you and make you despair of even trying to sleep. Put those aside. It's just the background noise. Know that you have an anchor to hold on to. The love of your family, the love of your friends, and my love for you. Do not always express it the way that I should. That's something that we can change. This may be a strange way to give you this message, subjecting those who watch my channel to this strange exercise in self-psychology and self-healing. But I know, you know, if I didn't upload this, you'd have less reason to believe it, less reason to watch it. So in times when you despair, when you feel hopeless, watch this video. Know that I love you, that we will make it through this together. You are the writer, the teller of tales, the boy who loves stories and long, old-fashioned, needlessly complicated words. You're the child who grew up listening to 80s music, and whose mother read you classic literature every night. Your imagination created great stories as a child, as you played with your toys, and as you pretended you were a hero yourself. You long considered being an artist, that you might draw these heroes. Then you realized that you wanted to tell their story, you wanted to be a writer. It was always in your heart. It just took you a while to realize it. My love for you is there. And just like that realization, this realization will come in time. Just ask you to start to let this voice in. Let this time, this new house, this interesting experiment of making your trope videos, this be a time you can put the past behind you. It doesn't have to rule your life anymore. You don't have to feel guilty every time that you do something that isn't managing your blood sugar. You don't have to feel bad that your friends and your parents stay up to help you feel better, go to extra lengths to try to give you some joy. You don't need to feel bad that you are in some way making things harder for them. This is their gesture of love to you, just as you have given similar gestures to them. Your heart is so full of love and understanding and sympathy. Do not believe that you are in any way less than worthy of those marvelous traits. I love you, Jack. Put your arms around you and feel this hug. Know that I can't give it to you in person. But know it's all the more powerful because I'm here with you. Know that Valentine's Day, someday in the future, may be a time where someone else can tell you these things. A sweetheart of your own. But you must first accept my love for you. Accept that you can love yourself. Because diabetes has hurt you long enough. And yes, it's a part of you. It will perhaps always be with you. But I am also with you. The love that you hold inside you, goodness, far outweighs sickness. I love you, Jack. Happy Valentine's Day. And here's to a year of being less hard on yourself and remembering the people who are here for you. Thank you very much for watching, my old friend. I'm here. Talk to me.